Grand afternoon. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the Psychic Astrologer. My website is readingsbyleonardtmunson.net. The weekly overview, Taurus Virgo Capricorn, from April the 10th to the 17th, 2025. This is a collective reading, so take what you need and leave the rest. Let's talk about your finances and money. Taurus, your solar sun is in the 12th house. The 12th house is Pisces, the house of psychic ability, spirituality, the house of intuition, and on the other side is the house of fantasy, illusion, head in the clouds, rose-colored glasses, lies, deception, and sleaziness. And its ruling planet is Neptune, and it's in Aries. And Neptune is in Aries, so there's a lot of confusion and illusion, head in the clouds, rose-colored glasses about your finances and money. The sun is in Aries. You've been thinking about making changes and action in your finances, investing it in other areas, or getting some kind of other employment that will bring you more money in your finances. Now, you can improve your finances by going into something that has to do with the healthcare, anything to do with figures, anything with analyzing figures, anything to do with services. Mercury. Some of you have jobs that have to do with all forms of technology and communication, or mechanical things, or anything to do with publishing, research, investigation. You can make money in these areas of finances or your career. Venus is in Pisces, retrograding. When a planet's retrograding, it's moving backwards, Taurus, revealing the mistake that you made. So the mistakes you made in your finances are in employment that brings you money, you're correcting it. So you can make money or get employment, anything to do with the beauty industry, hair, face, fashion, anything to do with eyes, it's the equipment, the eyewear, anything to do with your feet, the equipment, socks, sneakers, shoes, anything in that area. Mars in Cancer, anything to do with construction, real estate, the materials is made, or working in that area, or investing your money in those areas. Jupiter in Gemini, opportunity, expansion, and growth, and blessings have to do with anything to do with transportation, the tires, the oil, the parts, the engine, anything, or getting a career in something in that area. Saturn in Pisces, anything to do with corporation, government, anything, again, do with eyes, eyewear, footwear. Uranus in Taurus, anything to do with the voice, recording, the equipment, okay? Anything to do with finances, anything to do with, again, construction, or anything to do with the love industry. Neptune in Aries, anything to do with your face, the stuff you use to keep your face clear. Scrubs are working in that industry, are making these things in a side hustle, Taurus. Pluto in Aquarius, anything to do with things that take aches and pains out of your calf and your ankle. And new technology. These are the lessons you need to learn in this lifetime, Taurus, about finances and making money from these areas that I meant. Liveth in Scorpio, anything to do with sex organs, anything to do with pharmaceutical, or anything to do with like rubbers, birth control pills. These are the things you can make your money work if you go in these finances. Chiron in Aries, stop being the wounded warrior and be a survivor. Get out of the scarcity and get into abundance. The next sign is Virgo. Virgo, your solar sun is in The eighth house. The eighth house is Scorpio. It represents death and resurrection. Endings and new beginning rises from the action. And its ruling planet is Mars. So finances, anything to do with construction, the construction material, are working in these areas that making more money. The sun in Aries, anything to do with your face, your head. It's time for action. You can make money in these areas, and also you can invest in these areas. Virgo, anything to do with the health industry or the service industry. When I say the health industry, anything, the service industry, restaurants, hotels. You can get a side job in doing something like that. Mercury and Pisces, anything to do with your eyes, the equipment, anything to the eyewear, for your feet, socks, bedroom shoes, feet, shoes, sneakers, etc., are working in these industries. Mars, we did that. Jupiter and Gemini, opportunities open in anything to do with communication, transportation, mechanical things, are working in this industry. Publishing, the books, the materials, the inks, the papers, anything in that area you can invest in and get into it too. Saturn and Pisces, anything to do with corporations and government. Again, anything to do with emotional issues, a psychiatrist, a life coach, a therapist, a counselor. Anything to do with the voice, public speaking, anything to do with the material for recording, these areas. Neptune and Aries, anything to do with the face, the things that you use to clear the face up, to make the face, makeup, etc. Pluto and Aquarius, anything to do with anything that take soreness out of the calves or the ankles, okay? These are the lessons you need to learn, Virgo, in this lifetime, with the North Node in Pisces. Liveth is in Scorpio. Again, anything to do with anything with the sex organs, okay? Making money or a side hustle. Chiron and Aries, let's get out of this wounded warrior and stop being the victim and be a survivor. Get out of the scarcity and get in the sign of abundance. Capricorn, your solar sun is in the fourth house. The fourth house is Cancer. It deals with the home, family, security, etc. Its ruling planet is the moon. Okay, all right, the sun in Aries. Again, anything to do with the face or the head. You can make money and invested in these areas, or the products that goes in these areas are on top of the head. It's time for action. Virgo, anything to do with the health industry, anything to do with figures, analyzing, organizing, making money for that, or using this as a side hustle, or getting in a career that's connected with that. Mercury and Pisces, anything to do with transportation, mechanical things, publishing, writing, public speaking, investigation and research, investing money in those areas, or getting a career in those areas. And it's, okay, Venus in Pisces retrograding. When a planet's retrograding, it's moving backwards, reviewing when it's going direct. So anything to do with the beauty industry, anything to do with construction material, the materials that it's made, the nails, etc. Mars in Cancer, anything to do with the home, furnishing, refrigeration, tile, decorating, those kind of things. Jupiter and Gemini, anything that's doing with communication in all forms, transportation, mechanical things. Saturn and Pisces, anything to do with the eyes, the equipment, the eyewear, the feet, the socks, the shoes, etc. Uranus starting to do with the voice, anything to do with recording things, and the material things too. Neptune and Aries, anything to do with the face, investing money in the face or getting anything to do with the face or the head. Pluto and Aquarius, anything to take soreness out of the calf and the ankle, like Vicks, vapor, things in that area. The North Node in Pisces, these are the lessons that you need to learn, Capricorn, in this lifetime, okay? Liveth in Scorpio, anything to do with the sex organs, sex toys, etc. Chiron and Aries, stop being the wounded warrior and be a survivor and get out of the scarcity. Stop being the victim and be the survivor, okay? And get into abundance. So these are the areas you can work in to